Hello, welcome to Jewelbox News. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm talking about the Bryon Kohburger sentencing. Now, the victim's family, particularly Alivea, she gave a testimony, or she spoke at the sentencing, and a lot of people are praising her. A lot of people saying that was just so great, and I feel like it was good too, because she gave a lot of little key nuggets that just, I feel, got right to the defendant. You know, now there were some things, okay, she said that might have fed into what he likes, but most of what she was saying, she was really digging in. But this video is what I'm talking about today, is talking about all the people that are hating on her. I was totally surprised when I found a video from a YouTuber, True Crime Design, and he was just really hating on what she said, and if I can read it to you, I'll put it up on the screen so you can see. Anyone else get straight up evil villain vibes out of her today? The name calling and rape fantasies were over the top.
Hell no, he didn't.
Okay, and I see the comment by this one person named, what's his name? Crime Will Tell. I was mere feet away from her during the trial, and I can't explain the evil vibes coming from that family. Although I was sitting behind the defense team, Alivea threw off much more evil energy than Bryon did. Wow. Bryon, who, four sleeping people, he gave them express tickets to heaven with a knife. And she's saying that Alivea, she is dark. That's so sad. That's so sad. Then there's this other comment by, what's her name? Lisa. To go off like that on anyone, much less someone who could seriously be innocent, but was not getting a fair trial or allowed to see the evidence against him and was facing death penalty, takes a lot of nerve. Really? And then she went on and on to say the family, no, there is no evidence, but like I said, the evidence was sealed, so these people are not in touch with reality, and they're thanking the YouTuber for posting this. Now you know how Bryon Kohburger and the rest of us feel for 2.5 years, because there was no evidence. Like I said, the evidence was sealed. They keep saying that, but the evidence was sealed, so you don't know what evidence they had. And they're saying a proof wasn't stolen. It was never there in the first place. But regardless, the whole family goes on a death crusade to see Bryon shot dead. And now the things they say against him to his face, knowing there was never evidence or proof Bryon Kohburger was even involved. This is very telling. Why do they work so hard to prove that he did this? Maybe because he confessed. You know, that could be a reason. Now I'm going to go over to this other page where they're talking nice things about these people. About Alivea. I don't want to say these people, but about Alivea. So I'm going over now to Pop Psychic. So if you want to see his video, which he gives some good pointers about the defendant and some of his body language and what he's seeming to be going through as these people are testifying. So I'm going to go over to his page. It's Pop Psychic. You can go there yourself, and I will show it. So like you see, he couldn't hide it. Bryon Kohburger's reaction to victims' statements. And one comment says, I love seeing how energy and blinky he got. How energetic and blinky he got when Alivea Gonzalez was doing her testimony. And then someone else says, I love seeing how angry and blinky, oh yeah, he got when the Gonzalez dad and sister spoke. Alivea's statement was designed to affect him, and it totally did. When she called him a wannabe, see, that got to him. I'm so glad you did this. I've been waiting for someone to break down when the Gonzalez family spoke. And then there's another statement. I think Alivea's statement was the most strategic way to actually get to him. I'd love to see another video on you analyzing this. I love how she asked him his questions from his survey. See, he did a survey, and she took the questions from his survey. Thought it was brilliant. Thought it was best part. Loved how Steve moved the lecture. I saw an interview with their dad, Steve, about how they consulted with the FBI profiler about just what to say to him in order to really get through and make him feel uncomfortable. See, they did their homework, they studied, did their research. It pays to do your research. It pays. Good for them. It was the most they could do in the situation because of our very well-meaning but disastrous of a judicial system. That's all they had to. That's all they had. That and a cry from prison justice, horrible situation for those families. May God bless and see them all through. I like that, okay? He wasn't expecting that. No, he wasn't. Definitely was not. And she told him to sit up and listen. He didn't move, but you know, he was like, you can't boss me around. I'm going to like that comment. That's nice, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. Yeah, she didn't realize that. What else? It may have been another thing she took from his teaching attitude. The questions were based on the questionnaire he used for an assignment. See, he made an assignment and he used those questions and she asked him his own questions. And I feel like that was the best thing. And I just give a shout out to Miss Alivea. You did your homework. And I'm really glad that you said what you said because you expressed what a lot of people, a lot of the public wanted to hear, wanted somebody to say. And if I was there, I would also have added, you think you're so smart. That's what she said to him. She said, you think you're so smart, but how did all your intelligence, it got you sitting right here in court? You know what I'm saying? And I would have said, like Dr. Phil says, how is that working out for you now, Mr. Kohburger? Thank you again for watching Jukebox News. Tune into some of my other videos. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Turn it up, listen up, cause the lady's coming up. She's a diamond in the rough, the lady is a jewel. The lady is a jewel.